Merry Christmas, Phantomaniacs, and welcome to the newest unboxing here on the Needless Things YouTube channel. Today we're taking a look at, from Fresh Monkey Fiction and BigBadToyStore.com, Spike the Elf and the accessory set that goes with the Naughty or Nice collection. Spike the Elf, this is actually my son's figure. He's kind enough to let me review it because I did not order any of the elves or nutcrackers for myself. I'm going to correct that. I need to get some of these because they look fantastic. If you missed my review of Sergeant Santa, that is on the channel, so please check that out. And but let's go ahead and take a look at Spike, who is clearly naughty. I'm not going to go through, I already read this on the back of the box, but you have several varieties of elves to choose from. Freddy the Elf, Jack the Frost Elf, Betty the Elf, and Spike the Elf. And obviously these are all using the same bodies, just with different paint jobs, and then they have different head sculpts. One thing I love about this guy is he is in resealable packaging. So we can just pop that bottom piece of plastic down. You've got a great looking card back. The art is fantastic. And look, he's putting coal in the box. What an evil little elf. Nobody likes this guy. Oh, wait, what do we got here? Interesting. I did not know, and I've told you guys this before. If you're new to the channel, I'll tell you now. I tend to order things like, oh, I want this, I'm going to order it. End of story. That's it. I did not realize that Spike was going to come with alternate heads. That is... So it looks like he came with the Freddy and Betty heads. So I guess you can just order 3 Spikes, you get the different packaging. That's pretty cool. That's a smart way to do it. All right. Let's put that to the side. So I'm actually reviewing 3 figures today. So here is Spike the Elf with his devilish little face. He feels quality-wise. Oh, look at this. Does he just pop apart? Is there a little mix and match situation going on here? Yeah, look at that. So very simple construction. Everything pops apart and then pops right back together. You'll notice that he is in sort of Buddy the Elf style colors, but just simple little reaction body. He is... You're 4 inches tall. So that same style 5-point of articulation figure. Just really nice, clean sculpt. His little collar and his little cuffs are actually sculpted on. It's not just paint. Belt and belt buckle, nice paint job on those. Little elf shoes. He looks great. And as far as how he scales, this is the brilliance of this line to me. This is something I've talked about forever. Why don't toy companies just use different formats to create different size characters? Like, why didn't we get an MCU Giant Man Big Fig to go with Marvel Legends? Like, how many people would have bought that? So they're using 2 different aesthetics to create a toy line, figures that interact with each other in the proper way, and I think it's brilliant. So he does everything you'd expect a 5-point of articulation figure to do. And then that little head, we're going to pop that right off. We're going to put... Oh, interesting difference that I kind of just noticed. So that head, that is our Freddy... That was his name, right? Yeah, Freddy the... Oh, now wait a minute, though. So Freddy is in red. He's like got an elf on the shelf look. Oh, wow. There's a big potential for elf army building here if Freddy also includes the Spike head, but with the red gear. And then Jack, so does his... Wow. So the hats... He's got so many pointy parts, it's hard for me to find a spot. There we go. The hats are all interchangeable. I had no idea. And this is what I was talking about. Like, I didn't know all of this, and this is fun discovering this while I'm recording this review for you guys. That you have all of these options. Man, now I want to order even more of these because I like this hat with this look, but pop that right off, get your little sort of conical hat going on here, and you get that look. And then pop that head off, put the Betty, or I guess the female, you get to name, my mom's name is Betty, actually. So this is kind of funny. I'm going to have to send her a picture of old Betty the elf here. And then Betty, look at that. Oh, man. As soon as I'm done with this review, I'm going to go and order more of these for myself. This is great. What a fun little toy. Well done, Fresh Monkey Fiction. How innovative and smart just to put all these parts together. So you actually have the potential for 3 figures here. And then with the rest of the elves, it looks like you've got, like I said, the elf on the shelf, red and white look with this one. And then she has like a red collar with a green look. And then the frost elf, something else entirely. Genius. Absolute genius. So there is our elf figure. Fantastic. I'm very impressed. Now let's take a look at what is in the accessory set that technically interacts with the Santas, but there's a lot in here that you need for like your Christmas diorama if you're like me and have such a thing or have done such a thing in the past. I did a Christmas figure party on Instagram a few years ago. Oh, I forgot to mention 2 more accessories that go with the elf. That elf is loaded with value. I had no clue. You've got a yellow gift box that is obviously it's the same sculpt as the one that came with Sergeant Santa, just different colors, which is great. And it is coordinated with the elves. And then you've got a green and yellow candy cane, also coordinated with the elves. And the elf can hold the candy cane, and there you go. I don't particularly want a lemon lime candy cane. Oh, look at that. Okay, so the candy cane is actually sculpted. That is not just paint. The stripes are actually sculpted on. Fantastic. Man, I love these. I am so happy today. All right. Now we've got accessories to interact with the Santa figures or just to put around a tree or whatever. Got a little bit of tape going on at the bottom here. Let's see what we've got. Cookies. We've got a plate. We've got a stack of gifts. Everything is sculpted and painted wonderfully. Coal. Oh no! All right, let's get those cookies out of there. Who doesn't need chocolate chip cookies to go with their action figure collection? I certainly do. All right, we got everything out of there. Let me put that aside. All right, let's put our soft goods over to the side here. We'll take a look at those in a minute. Okay. First, this is so great because you have to include a plate. I love it. Very simple, very easy. It's got a nice little gloss to it. Great looking little plate. You need a plate. If you're an action figure photographer, I think this accessory set is somewhat of a necessity for you. The cookies the chips are just painted on, which is fine, but the cookies themselves do have a texture and a nice wash of paint. They're great looking toy cookies. I mean, what more do you need? And you set them right there on the plate. Perfect. We've got also to leave out. Oh, look at that. Okay, also to leave out for Santa, you've got a glass, pretty nicely translucent. It is hollow, and you have milk that goes into that glass. I would say milk or eggnog, but that is clearly not eggnog colored. That is clearly milk. I need an eggnog variant for next year. A couple of stockings. They're the same thing. They're a softer plastic, which is fun. And then at the top, you can see great sculpt on these. The stocking itself has texture to it and is a beautiful bright red. The fur trim, great sculpt. And like I said, it's a softer plastic. You could actually hang these off of something. And then if you are naughty, you got 2 coal pieces that are 3 lumps of coal. This is also a softer plastic. And I believe if you wanted to, you could set this right in the top of that stocking. So this is going in Cobra Commander's display on my shelf. Because obviously he is the naughtiest of the naughty. You've got another present, just like the other ones that we've seen so far. I like the different color schemes, the different color choices. This one, red and green, probably my favorite one so far. This one to me looks the most like right. Oh, they do open. Excellent. The other ones kind of didn't feel like they wanted to open, but they do. The presents open. So you can also put that coal in the present box if you want to. Excellent. Now I kind of want to just get the other ones open just to do it. See, this one does not want to open. I don't know that it does. Okay, this one opens. So the one that came with Sergeant Santa, I bet it opens and it's just stuck right now. I bet I can get this thing open. But I'm not going to bore you guys by trying to do it. All right. So there you go. I didn't think there was any reason why those would not open. And then you've got a nice stack of presents. Now it's just a hollow piece, but it's great. Again, diorama fodder for your Christmas scene. I like that the bows are all kind of oriented differently. That's a nice touch. Just a cool piece there. You have the naughty and nice list. I cannot make out these names, which is probably for the best. But if you see yourself, are you naughty or are you nice? I'm going to guess this is just the nice list, right? That seems like that would be the one. And then we've got another candy cane, which we've already seen, but again, sculpted, painted, looks fantastic. And then finally, we've got some soft goods. You've got Santa's sack. That is, interesting. So how does this, oh my gosh, you guys, this is nicer than I thought it was at first glance. So it is completely, open. It's a functional sack. You've got your ribbon here, and your ribbon is actually a drawstring. I was not expecting that. That's great. So once you load this up with goodies, and that drawstring is long enough to where your Santa figure can put it over his shoulder, you can hang on to it, or whatever. So that is great. The fabric, maybe not the fanciest fabric in the world, but it is a little nicer than, it's not like, it's nicer than the capes on the McFarlane Superpowers figures, if that gives you a frame of reference. It's definitely much higher quality than that. But it is a little thin. But here's the thing, if it was too thick, it wouldn't look right for the scale. So they did a nice job with this. They made the right choice. And then finally, we have a nice big cloak. Here, let's just do it. Obviously, Sergeant Santa maybe isn't the one that's going to be wearing this in your collection. But it does, fit on him. You can push the hood back. I'm sure it'll fit much better on a different Santa than it does on Sergeant Santa. And also, I probably would recommend, I don't know if these heads, Oh, you know what I didn't do in my Sergeant Santa review? I didn't move the head at all because I loved it so much. And it is firmly, again, this figure is very cold. Firmly stuck in place, but there's no doubt in my mind that that head articulates. And you can probably pop the heads off and get a better fit with the cloak. But cloak is very nice. The fur trim on the cloak and on the Santa sack is very, very nice. This is high quality. This is not, this is like, if this helps you, this is like Mythic Legions type fur quality. Like, it's good stuff. It is not cheap in any way. Like, it's not, you can see it's not coming off. It's not, you know what I mean? So this is a nice little piece. This is great. Well, a little piece of string did come off. Full disclosure, but that's a manufacturing thing. That's not a quality thing. All right. Sergeant Santa got more of a cameo than I expected in this review. So there we go. There is Santa's cloak, Santa's sack, presents, cookies in a plate, the list, the stockings, the coal, the milk, another gift, a candy cane. What a loadout for Santa. And then also, of course, Santa's elves. These are separate items, but I think a fantastic value. I did not recognize initially what a great value they were. So there you go. Thanks for watching, you guys. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends about needless things. Have yourselves a merry little Christmas, and come back tomorrow for the big finale featuring the big man himself, classic Santa Claus. Thanks for watching. Merry Christmas, everybody!
Smash that like button if you like needless things.